Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you to my sponsors Hammer, Turbo, and Bowlifi. Please enjoy the video, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do. Thank you. All right guys, so today we have the Rattler. This is one of the first 4 balls that I drilled once I switched to Hammer. And I was excited for this one because, like I said in the previous videos, I like to use those weaker, shinier balls. This one didn't come shiny. I polished it because I wanted to fit that lower echelon of bowling balls in my bag when they're really hooking. We went a little bit higher on the pin, which increases the flare of the ball. So the drilling made it want to hook more. Polished it down, makes it want to get cleaner. So now it's cleaner and more angular. It is a symmetric ball, and it is 5.5 inches from my pad, which is typically what I use. I have been drilling some 4.5s and 4 3/8, but 5.5 or 5 3/8 is normally what I go to. So Rattler, also one of my favorite balls that I've drilled since switching to Hammer. And we're gonna do a ball review on this Rattler. One take, no cuts, no edits. That's how we do it. And just to preface the video, we are bowling on a broken down house shot. We're at Brandon Crossroads Bowl in Tampa. This place hooks a lot, so I think this is gonna be a good ball for the lane that hooks a ton right now. Not much oil out there today. I do want to shout out Turbo. Turbo has the interchangeable thumbs that I love to use. Same feel in every ball. And the Turbo quad grips feel amazing. So if you guys are looking for an interchangeable thumb system, use Turbo. They're easy to install and they're easy to use. Half turn and it's in. So shout out Turbo. They've supported me for 3 or 4 years now. So we love some Turbo. All right, so Rattler, purple and orange. Hung on my thumb a little bit. I don't know if I've struck on the first shot of any review, but that is okay. We're gonna reset it and try again. So yeah, we're doing it a little different than my old ball reviews, which I'm excited to get back in the bowling center, shoot some reviews, shoot some YouTube content. We're not doing any comparison to another ball, just straight up the ball that I'm reviewing is the ball I'm throwing. And I'm just trying to be a little bit more loose and have some fun doing the review. And you know, just be honest and show you guys what the ball does. I'm not gonna strike every time. That's what you get when you do a one-take video. If I struck every time, you'd probably see 300 on there. And you'll see about a 205 up there. So we don't strike every time. It's just gonna show you what this ball does on a very dry lane, which hopefully you guys enjoy, because I know I run across dry lanes all the time. All the time, almost every tournament I bowl. House shot, and everything's hooking nowadays. Alright, so I tried to play a little straighter than I probably should have. Although I was striking there when I was loosening up, but that was right at 15. Now we're gonna jump a little bit left at 15. And throughout this video, we're gonna migrate from there all the way into about 24, 25 at the arrows. Super tight flaring ball. I don't know if you can see that in the light, but flares are almost on top of one another, which is interesting because we threw the pin a little higher than normal. There we go. Wow. I've left a lot of those 7 pins lately. But every ball review I'm doing now, I want to talk about where that ball fits in my arsenal. This Rattler is in the weakest section of my arsenal. So we have urethane, that is the earliest and smoothest, asymmetrics, benchmark and stronger symmetrics, and then shiny weak symmetrics. I wouldn't say this is the weakest ball in my bag, because this ball really, when it tips, it goes. Especially when there's more oil in the front, when it stores and it sees the friction down lane, it really goes. So this isn't the weakest ball in my bag, but it is in that weakest echelon of balls that I have. So later in the block, house shots, when the lanes are dry, this is the ball I'm using. As you can see, it's a little weird because the friction's so early right now, but you can see when it sees the friction, it goes. That is because symmetric core, shiny cover, it's storing energy. When it sees the friction, it changes direction. A ball like the Explosion or the 3D offset attack, when it sees the friction, it rolls off of it. And it kind of goes more forward. This one, when it sees the friction, it changes direction and it wants to go left. So with balls like this, you'll see guys going steeper, which means throwing it a little bit quicker towards the gutter. Or you just use this when you're really far left and you have a lot of friction to the right. You're way over here, you throw it to the right into the friction, you know it's going to store, and then change direction, go back and go through the pins the right way. So I'm going to get far enough left that it stores energy properly. So I need to spin it a little bit. That was a little spinny, got through the fronts, and then it went through the pins pretty well. Obviously it's 10 pins, but it's okay. And I'm going to actually shoot this 10 pin. I haven't shot in a spare today, so we're going to shoot the 10 pin. See if yesterday's spare practice paid off. Nope. First one I missed. See? That's why you gotta keep practicing the spares. I shot a lot of spares the last few days, but the first one is still a little shaky. I'm not lined up yet on it. Alright, so let's throw one similar to that last one. That was a good shot. I had to spin it a little bit to get through the friction here. There we go. I don't even know why I tried to play right at 15. I should have known it wasn't going to work. So I spun that one, gets it through the fronts, stores more energy. Then when it curves, it has enough energy to go through the pins and carry the 10. That was like 22 at the arrow, so let's throw another one from in there. Hit my leg a little bit. So yeah, if you watched my last video on the Explosion, maybe not my last video, but the video on the Explosion, the new Columbia 300 ball, you'll notice it's a little bit earlier than this Rattler. They're both symmetric cores, and this one's a solid. Explosion is a hybrid, but if you look at the surface, which is a big factor on if the ball, where the ball hooks at, I shined this one, and the Explosion still has a little lane shine on it, so that one picks up a little earlier and it's a little smoother than this one. All right, so now let's get into 23, 24 at the arrows. So I'm gonna basically drift left, throw it back to the right. Come on, get the 9 out. That would have been a turkey. All right, a couple more shots. I'm gonna get in front of the ball return, bend it quite a bit, and then we'll wrap up this ball review. And hopefully, after this ball review, you go and watch some of my other ball reviews. I'm doing them for a lot of the new hammer releases. We have Brunswick, Rattler, Radical, DV8. Don't have any DV8 balls yet. Ebonite, Columbia, Track, and Hammer. 7 brands, all slightly different. Yeah, I need to get my hands on a DV8 ball. The only one I don't think I've drilled yet. Yeah, it's crazy how much these lanes are hooking. I get no push through the mids. A little bit of head oil, and then the middle of the lane is dry as a bone. And you guys in the comments, let me know if when you get in front of the ball return, if it's also hard for you guys to get speed on the ball. My ball speed goes down when I get here. There we go. Sometimes when I get in front of the ball return, I either have to keep it tight and fast, or I need to get steeper with it. So instead of throwing the ball up the lane, I almost have to open my shoulders up and throw it right. Throw it into the friction towards the gutter. Most likely it's not going in the gutter. I mean, there's so much friction out there. You throw it towards the gutter, it's gonna hook off of it. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys also struggle in front of the ball return. It's something I've worked on a lot. I just can't seem to, especially when the ball returns are pretty far up, I can't seem to get the ball speed I need. So towards the gutter, that one kind of rolled out a little bit. We'll throw one more. So yeah, that one was a little steeper, but I didn't get around it enough for it to properly store enough energy. All right, we're gonna stand back here once again and throw it a little faster. But this is such a nice place I'm bowling at right now. Brandon Crossroads Bowl. We run tournaments here too, and the turnouts are always magnificent. Stood up on it, threw it faster. Boom. So there you have it, Radical Rattler. Very good ball. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you guys next time. Hopefully very soon at the next ball review. Peace. Thank you for watching the video. If you're in the market for a new jersey, visit Bowlifi.com and use code Trevor Roberts at checkout for $5 off your first order. Thank you.